It was almost like every other night. But what was different about this night was that the wind was severely strong. It was nearly impossible to open a door, let alone close it back. I was simply lying in my bed when I heard the door shake as if somebody was knocking on it. I shrugged it off as the wind hitting my door. A few seconds later, the knocking wind happened again, this time louder. I figured the wind was getting worse and tried to drown out the sounds with some television until it died off. A few minutes passed by, and something scared me half to death. The wind got so strong that it sounded like something was slamming on my door. I thought maybe a screw was loose, and despite the strength of the wind, I needed to get it fixed right then. I got up, went to take a piss, and headed down to the garage to find a screwdriver. While I was searching, the wind died down enough that the slamming on my door went back to knocking. Once I found the screwdriver, I proceeded to the door to find which screw was loose enough to cause the door to be unstable. However, when I opened the door, there was no wind. There was something I was not expecting. On the other side of my door, what I believe was knocking and slamming on it, was another human. But he was different. He had no irises in his eyes, just large black pupils with the white part of the eye still there. He stared at me, and after what seemed to be an eternity, said, "Hello. It's about time you answered." I blacked out afterwards and woke up in a hospital bed. A nurse informed me that my neighbor, who was sitting on her front porch enjoying the wind, saw some strange man walk up to my door and hit me in the side of my head with a lead pipe. She called the police and then noticed that the man seemed to be messing with my eyes. And before she finished dialing 911, he was gone. The nurse finished looking at her clipboard, looked at me, and then screamed. She dropped the clipboard and pen, continued screaming, and ran away. I looked at another doctor and asked, "What's her problem?" He did the same thing. I finally noticed the same man from that night staring at me from outside the window. That was impossible, considering I'm on the 3rd floor, informed by the nurse who told me about the neighbor. I noticed something, and after checking a mirror somebody left on the table next to me, I realized why he visited me that night. That man gave me his eyes and took mine.